Hello, everyone. This is Tim Rice, your life coach, and today's coaching message is use your common sense. Let's just be conscious. And once again, I understand that you've been indoctrinated to trust and believe in your government, but don't be the person that is highly educated, but yet you have no sense of what history has taught you about your government. You know, the biggest thing is when my friends get on Facebook and they start talking all this logical stuff based on a belief system that some man created, and you won't be conscious or use your own intuition to try to figure this thing out. It's like we have to have the smoking gun. But when you look at the end results of what these victims are saying, and people are dying, and evidence of, one side of a tree dead close to a 5G tower and the other side living, or birds below dying. So somebody went and killed half a tree or killed a bunch of birds and put it below the antenna of a 5G antenna. So once again, I just want you to just exercise a little bit of consciousness. Like, get outside of this category thinking of this indoctrinated mind that you have. The grace that God has given you is the right to your intuition, to your consciousness. And you have to use it. Like, don't get caught up in a belief system that this is the way that it is because a doctor or a scientist said it. But the truth is that you don't know whether it's 5G, coronavirus, the flu, none of it, because guess what? People are dying. And it's showing evidence. You have scientists saying that 5G is safe. Then you have scientists saying 5G isn't safe. You have doctors saying that it's not COVID-19, that it is COVID-19. You have all these conspiracy theories. But I just want to challenge you. I want to challenge something that God has given you, or the universe, if you don't believe in God. It's consciousness. It's your gut feeling. What do you feel? Don't bypass what you feel in your gut. That's all I'm challenging you about. I'm not saying that it's 5G. I'm not saying it's COVID-19. I'm just saying be a human being and use your common sense. I mean, it's physical evidence. They're showing everything. So I'm not going to sit up here and play with your intelligence, because some of my friends, they're lawyers, they're doctors, they're scientists. And so I don't want to play with that, because guess what? I want you just to be conscious, because consciousness is the most powerful intelligence there is in the world. And then on top of that, where are most of these people dying? In major cities. And okay, everybody's in the house. Why in the world am I seeing all these videos of all these manned crews putting up these 5G towers while everybody's sitting in the house? And why are they creating all these rules and laws that's taking away our rights as a human being? And why is it that police and the government are able to violate our rights based on this so-called virus? Like, you got to answer these questions for me. This is simple stuff. It don't make sense to me. It's a virus. But while these rules and laws are being created, it's taking away my rights as a human being. And you have to explain that to me. So I'm not a professional. I don't know nothing about 5G. I don't know nothing about COVID-19. But I do know the symptoms, and I do know evidence when I see it. And I don't have to have a smoking gun to know that people are dying. And I don't have to have a smoking gun to know that, hey, the smoking gun actually is what these victims are saying. I've never known a victim to lie. When I was in the military or in the police department or in the fire department, and you come upon a victim, they tell you what's going on. Who am I to say, oh, you're not telling me the truth? That somebody robbed you, or that you're having this pain in your chest, or that somebody raped you. And these are the things that I'm hearing from people. It's like we ignore people and what they're saying, and we go back to what we believe, that a system that a man told us to believe, and we believe in it. Oh, a scientist said this. Well, I can find something where a scientist said something different. But I've yet to see a scientist explain to me why is one side of a tree dead and the other side is alive. Or why is these birds below here dying? Or can contest that you have an O and a 2 in oxygen, and that the 5G bothers, it irritates that situation and creates a situation where you're not able to breathe properly, and that it weakens your immune system. I need a scientist to know that? No, the symptoms of the victims are showing that that's what's going on. And no, I'm not saying that it's 5G that's causing it, but I am saying that it's some radiation poison somewhere. I don't know where it is. And I am saying that this is something much bigger than COVID-19. COVID-19 is a very old virus. And it's a different strain. No, this is something new that's been placed upon the public. And people are out of work. Okay? And people are desperate. And they'll put up with anything when you make it to the point where they can't take care of their families. And this is what's going on. The government is playing with you. And some people are being paid. So guess what? Those are the people that's like, oh, I believe in the government. I believe in vaccinations. You know, we need rules. Oh, they had the measles, the mumps, the flu. People should get vaccinations. Well, if you're getting a paycheck and the government is taking care of you, or your job is taking care of you, you would say that. Because you don't have, because you are operating from self-preservation. But there are people out here that don't have any money. The government is not taking care of them. They have a small business, and guess what? They're not working, and they're not being paid. And a stimulus check for $1,200 ain't gonna take care of you but for a week if you live in America. So as I said before, people, I'm challenging you to get outside of the box and just exercise your own intuition and your own consciousness. It's what the universe gave you. And if you believe in God, it's what God has given you. Be conscious, be aware, and just exercise from that position. Don't have to see the smoking gun. Because if you're waiting for the smoking gun, guess what? You have been hoodwinked. And you can play games with this and listen to people who seem like, this ain't about being smart. It's about being conscious. And you have some very intelligent people that are telling you the truth. And you're avoiding it because you're stuck in ideology and indoctrination. And I'm trying to help you get outside of it. And I'm not going to yell and scream. And I see all those videos of guys cursing, saying I'm trying to teach you something. It's your choice. Okay? Your choice, and you can believe whatever you want to believe. But I'm saying don't avoid your intuition and your consciousness and the evidence that you're seeing right before you. Okay? This is Tim Rice. I hope this video was helpful. And even the people that don't believe me, explain to me how one side of a tree is dead and the other is alive. And the side that's dead is closest to the 5G tower. Or dead birds and bees below the 5G tower. Explain that to me, please. Because nobody on YouTube can explain it. And people that's trying to give me all this logic about how safe 5G is or how safe we are in terms of this COVID-19, I want to know. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So something is going on and we are at war. And it's a financial war. And guess what? The people that are getting their paychecks, that are being taken care of, are going against the people that aren't. And this is calculated. It's intentional. And if we don't come together and unite and stand for our rights, we're going to be separated and destroyed, and we're not going to have any rights. You need to think about that. This is Tim Rice, and again, I hope this video was helpful. Give me some comments down below, and I challenge anyone that can let me know about what's going on with this 5G and this COVID-19, because guess what? It's something more than that. This is something that's been released on the public, and we are at war. And our own police are disrespecting us and violating our rights based on what the government is telling them. If you are a police officer and you're throwing people in the back of trucks and you disrespecting them, you're not a police, okay? And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And if I'm out there and you do something like that to me, you can put me 6 foot under, because you're not going to treat me that way. And you're not going to treat my people that way in front of me. And people, you need to stand up for your rights. You're a human being. And if you don't stand for your rights, guess what? They're going to take them away from you. And you might as well just commit suicide, because they don't care about you. They don't care. You're at war. Wake up. Do something. Don't just sit back watching people disrespect your people or disrespect you. These people that these people are disrespecting have family members. When are you going to step up? They're disrespecting us. We're human beings and we need to be treated as such. This is just a virus. It does not give them a right to disrespect you and your rights as a human being. Do something and do it now. And I'm going to say it again. You are at war. You're being violated. All of your rights in the name of a freaking made up virus. And if it ain't made up, how did it get here? Somebody put it here intentionally. Tim Rice, you have a good day.